Welcome to News Insight on Landslide News. Welcome, guys. Ella, good to see you.
Yeah, morning.
Kafa, good to see you too.
Yeah.
I like this your cap. I wish you'd gift me one. Welcome. Okay, so there has been some little up and there between the APC and the Obi's camp, talking about that he's misleading Nigerians or some statement he made about the vice president, the president, how they should patronize the Nigerian institutions. Ella, what do you have to say about that?
Yes, I am in full support of what Obi just mentioned. You know, he didn't come out to condemn the president. He's just advising. You have national hospitals funded, being run by qualified Nigerian doctors and nurses, while running abroad to pay in dollars, hard currencies. If only you need proper attention and then good facilities, you can as well do that locally and reduce cost and risk of traveling. You know, traveling by air from Nigeria out for our president, as a leader, as a president, you don't need to be running out for what you can get in your home. And again, it means it's a sign to me as a Nigerian, if I have the means today, if the president and his family will not patronize our local hospitals, it means that they are not really up to date. That means they didn't fund the hospitals well. That's why they are running out to get better services. So Obi is telling him, as the president, revive your hospitals, put them in proper shape, that the world will want to come in, not to go out. How many times have you seen the president of the US or any of these countries, they are going to come into Africa for medical attention? You never saw them coming in.
Okafor, do you think he's inciting the people against the president?
The president, since becoming the president, has traveled out of the country for about 29 trips, and he was out for about 124 days, which is almost 4 months when you aggregate it. Okay, and while he was traveling through 16 countries in this travel, we didn't have any evidence that what he was going for was medical trip. Okay, we don't have that anywhere. He didn't tell us that his purpose of his travel was for medical trip. So I'm not aware of that. So there is nothing wrong essentially in using our hospital if they can solve your medical problems, for example. Symbolically, yes, for the hospital, okay, symbolically, but when it means health, you know, Asiwaju became president just 18 months ago. He just became president 18 months ago. If you started building a kind of hospital 18 months ago, even by now, you have not completed the building, let alone putting in the equipment. So it's too early to hold him to that. Coming. Allow me to land.
Okay.
It's too early to hold him to that on hospital because this is health.
Yes.
You don't know what he has been managing before now. Okay? In as much as he didn't also tell us that what he went abroad to do was a medical grant. People are speculating. But that said, on the issue of using our roads, not only Asiwaju, our ministers, our heads of agencies, why are they always flying? Because everything is Asiwaju, president. We forget that president has over thousands of appointed people who are also ambassadors of this government. Okay? Why are they not using our roads? Why are they not using our hospitals? All of them are not as old as Asiwaju. You understand? And he also mentioned that why don't Asiwaju visit like our schools? Excellent. Those are different from health. Okay? Excellent. Maybe visit our schools, for example, University of Abuja, since it's not far away, or things like that, impromptu visit to see what is happening. I agree that physical visit gives you first-hand experience. Okay? I'm not against that. Use of our roads, yes. For example, I can assure you that if the Minister of Works use our road between Auchi to Benin, he will want that road fixed. I agree with Obi in that regard, okay? But essentially, you also put statements in context of what the person has been doing.
Do you think he's inciting Nigerians against the president?
That's what Felix Moka was saying, okay?
That is
that's what Felix Moka was saying. You know, political statements, they want to shut you down rather than pick the lessons. You understand? So Felix Moka said he should stop inciting people. You understand? So it's a statement and his own understanding. When you place side by side what is incitement and what is fact, you can't use fat to incite people. That's why I separated issues of medical. Aswad is an old man and he's not hiding it. He has been around for a while. An old man might have some medical. We voted him. We saw that he was old before voting him. Okay, maybe Nigeria as at today. Maybe if you have become president for 4 years now, you say, oh, since you become president, you should have been able to fix this that you would need. This man has just been president for 18 months.
18 months is a long time.
It's a lot, but I'm telling you, if you start building, it's not everything you can get fixed. Not
but
everything.
It was coming from a government that was.
And also, let me tell you, even though 18 months is a lot, let me put this in this way. I am an advocate of patronizing Nigeria for everything, but I'm not an advocate of removing choice from people. If I have money on my own, like Dangote is a rich man, he chooses to use a hospital in the United States, I can't stop him. But
that's Dangote's money.
That's Dangote's money, exactly.
But you know it's state money.
That's a state. But when you are using state money, that's why I say we do not have evidence. I like people. Okay. Do you have evidence that he went to France and paid medical bill with our Nigerian budget?
Okay.
If you have that, it's a different thing.
On evidence, I'm going to come back to you.
Yeah, okay.
Now, every government have opposition. You cannot silence the voice of opposition. And when you are opposing, you oppose in a constructive way. Do you think Obi is opposing in a constructive way?
Yesterday I was defending APC. I know how many people have called me to tell me, you don't work for APC. And I told them, no, but I'm just saying the fact. Yes, Obi is on the right track. If the president and his team in APC, the national secretary of APC are angry over that statement, they should do the needful. Coming to what my second here mentioned, you don't tell me that the president has a lot of people, ministers and other people under him. If the president chooses to start going by the road, no minister will have the guts to start flying within Nigeria when the president is going by the road. And if they know that the president have interest on going on our roads, they will improve on the roads, they will improve on our securities, that after the usage of the president, it will affect of all of us. Coming to this issue of Buhari, just Buhari, from Duse Junction to Buhari here, the moment there was that indication that Tinubu was going to visit the law school and the war college in Buhari, all right, within a short period of time, they fixed that road.
Well, that's paparazzi.
Well, they fixed the road. Now, another thing is this. Nobody is telling Tinubu.
Hold on, sir. Now, you've come on that subject. I asked you if you think the voice opposition was good.
Very good.
It was good.
Very good.
Now, let us look at it on another way. In going by the road, it takes a lot of logistics and displacing a lot of other road users. So it's not very advisable. That's where I see Okafor coming in and saying that we should enlarge it and make it to be other people in the executive. Do you understand? So Tinubu going by road, every president in the world, most of the time, no matter how short the trip is, they fly. Do you understand? And all that. So getting you there, that going by the road that you talked about, other this thing, beyond the roads, we have a lot of schools in Nigeria.
Yes.
Most our political appointees, if not 100%, their kids school abroad.
You see, we are always liking to cut off the branches and we don't attack the roots. We refuse to fight corruption and make money available to all these heads of agencies and everything, and now try to control them how to use the money. That's why we are missing it. Okay? You see, how will a civil servant be able to afford the son studying in London if he doesn't have the money? You understand? They'll be forced to use our school. So we are avoiding fighting the corruption, which is the root. Okay? We are avoiding fighting, making sure that our budget of substance, not budget of nonsense. Okay? When we avoid attacking them in those things, we now want to say, oh, they shouldn't go here, they shouldn't go here. If you have money, money will push you in one way or the other. Either to push you to buy house, or to push you to buy bank, or to push you to go abroad holiday,
buy
or to push, because you have it. They should be cut off from the money. When Jonathan said we should separate the goat from the yam, we were laughing. But that is the only way of solving this problem. Because once you already have the money, naturally, you want to, what is good enough wouldn't be good enough for you anymore.
With the deepness of corruption, do you think this thing is what can be achieved in a space of time?
You can start.
2 years?
You can start.
How can we start?
Good. Jonathan started. First, he introduced this online payment that we had. It was worse than this. It was worse than this. Okay, he was ready to go to the next level before he was truncated by Buhari's regime. Okay, well, administration rather. Okay, so you can start. First of all, if you want to create probity, I've always said something. Until you introduce the policing of the police mentality, because who are those that are supposed to hold corrupt people accountable? They are the court, in today EFCC, or maybe police in some other crimes, okay? And the customs in terms of leakages of revenue and others. All these agencies are supposed to hold people accountable, but they themselves are so corrupt. So until there is a police, if you can vouch that every EFCC person can only survive by his own salary, that we should throw a kind of secret searchlight on them.
Yes.
Let's throw a secret searchlight on them. EFCC, throw a secret searchlight on the president or anybody. Throw a secret searchlight on this. Throw a secret searchlight on judges. Throw a secret searchlight on EFCC people. Throw a secret searchlight on police people. They will do their work, knowing that a camera is watching me and I don't know where it's watching me from.
All right, I'll stop you right there. Honorable, do you think that the voice of opposition is strong enough in this administration? Though there are some flashes of kind of trying to silence the voice of opposition, either trying to win them or trying to by force them not to speak. Do you think it's strong enough?
Not enough to solve our problems, because we have a lot of things.
Because we hardly hear PDP speak.
Like I mentioned, I said not strong enough. You know why you hardly hear PDP speak? Because even among the PDP members, a lot of persons are talking most times on selfish interest, not on the general interest of the people. That is where the problem lies. And that is why I'm in full support of what Peter Obi is saying to the present administration. Because he has led by example. While he was governor of Anambra State, he was never using foreign vehicles. He was never traveling out of Anambra or out of Nigeria for medical attention. And like my second here mentioned, I want to draw us back a little that Obi is not telling Tinubu to build new hospitals. Nigeria have world standard hospitals. Improve on them. Put the right equipment. Pay the doctors and the nurses what they should be paid. And watch, they will do their work while traveling out. So I think the voice of opposition now, the one that is speaking for the general population, not for personal gain, is Peter Obi, Farah to me. And the moment these few are coming up, they want to push them down, just like what the APC, our national secretary, is trying to do by silencing Obi not to talk. But they have to talk. We have to talk.
In 30 seconds, what do you think the opposition should do more?
The opposition should do more. They should do evidentially based criticism, like what Farah Timi did. And everybody is with him. I've been speaking for Farah Timi. I don't like speculations and I don't like removing things out of context. You understand? What Obi said clearly is fine. Local patronage, I'm the one that believe in why are Nigerians even buying foreign vehicle? I've said it. If I'm a Siwaja, I will not allow foreign vehicle to be bought.
All right. On Landslide News, at News Insight, we make sure we bring you the best analysis that you can ever get. Don't go. We'll stay right back. We'll be right back.